Should you be posting live stream clips on YouTube Shorts? We're going to be talking about all of that tonight. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I have Matt Haas. He's the guy and he knows a lot of things about YouTube. That's why he is all things.
Hello, everyone. Yes, Matt Haas here. I'm glad to be on Sammy Cool's channel, and we're going to be talking about live streaming. Hello, chat room. Good to see
Hello.
everyone. Some new friends and some old friends. Great.
Hello.
Thanks for having me on, Sammy.
So we're talking about this very weird topic because you could live stream and you can also repost after the live stream. So what are your thoughts on that?
Okay.
First of all,
well, can we define a few things before we jump in? So you say repost. So you're on live. You're doing a live show.
Yes.
The show's over, and then you take parts of that live show and you put them somewhere else. You could put them on TikTok. You could make them a short, or you could chop it all up and then re-upload it.
Yes.
Maybe even to YouTube. See, I'm YouTube focused. So when I say live stream, I'm thinking you're on YouTube, you go live, and then you unlist your live video, and then you repost a partial version of it back to YouTube as an edited video. Okay, these are our options. Okay, my initial thoughts are for shorts and TikTok and other platforms. Short form, all good. I love cutting up any video that you make, even an edited video, and make a 30-second clip and push that to Instagram. Yeah, all for that. All for that. But to take a full show that you do on YouTube, unlist or private that live stream when it's done, and then re-upload it, I prefer not to do that. And I prefer most people don't do that. And now, if it's an interview, I mean, it's an interview. Okay, that's an exception. You with another person, like you're not going to get that other person back in the room to reshoot it. But when you're live streaming, it's not as tight as an edited video. You can't take out the pauses with the video editor. You can't put in overlays after the fact to embellish what you're saying. If you're talking about products, you can't product. And an edited video will be such a better experience for the end user. So if I do a live stream, I stream Mondays at 7 p.m. on All Things YouTube. YouTube channel, and 7 p.m. Eastern. And if I talk about a subject and it's just an awesome subject, even if I came off on camera great, I went through the bullet points one after the other, I didn't talk about something twice, I will rarely cut that out and post that somewhere else. I will instead shoot another video. I will end the live stream, keep the live stream up, and then just re-edit that segment. I'll turn on the camera, I'll hit record, I won't go live, and then I'll get it all down and get it even tighter. I think I did that one time where I actually used a 6-minute chunk of my live stream and reposted it as a standalone video. I only did it one time, and that one time it was a perfect delivery, and it was live. Like if I would have taken that 6 minutes and put it into a video editor, I don't think I would have changed anything. Like it was just by happenstance, everything kind of fell into place and it was perfect. So yeah, but, listen, if you're going to TikTok, you're going to Instagram, you're making these small videos, you're redoing it as a short, or if it's an interview and, that's different. That's different. Sure. Cut it up, repost wherever you want. But for a long form show that you do, what I would rather have people do is cut off the countdown timer, cut off the end of the show just to get the content delivery. If that's the way you've chunked up your show in your show flow, that you can do. But even still, it's a live stream experience, and a live stream is always um, a little bit harder to digest as a viewer. I love the edited videos. I mean, people love live streaming. Like, let's face it, people build their whole channels off live streaming. It's hard to do. It is really hard to do right because you get one shot at it. You know, you turn the camera on and everything you do while it's rolling is out there. And you got to be a good speaker. You have to have good on camera presence. You have to have a good outline of what you're going to say. You have to do show prep. You have to prep if you're doing overlays with vMix or Ecamm or OBS Studio. You got to have, I mean, you could do it. But it takes a lot of pre-planning. But um, if you're doing it as a edited video, you got that beautiful timeline on your video editor, and you can take stuff out and swap stuff in and reshoot, and it's just people often forget that you're making content for someone to watch it. And what is the best for the watcher? I hear all the time, oh, it's so much easier to do it with live streaming. Yes, it is easier. It's not super easy, but it is easier than fully editing of a video and doing all of the other things you need to do with a video, like getting the closed caption perfect, things like that. So I love live streaming. I think taking a whole show and then re-uploading it, I think you're better off just redoing the segment as an edited video. But for those 30-second clips, marketing clips after the fact, I love it. I love it. It's even in my little cheat sheet. I got a little cheat sheet, and it says,
Yeah.
you know, do this, do this, do this. Make a square video for Instagram. You know, you got to dial it into the platform too, because some platforms like squares, some platforms like portrait, it's all, yeah, video, small clips of video. Love them for marketing.
And I usually do those actually. So I posted a TikTok, I was testing out stuff, and I was saying something. I was interviewing someone about websites and different things for live streamers, and I asked a great question. He responded on a great answer, and it was under a minute, like the answer. So I chopped that up, post it to
Yeah.
TikTok, and somehow it got like 100 likes.
Awesome.
So
That's
I was,
impressive.
yeah. So I was thinking, like, why not try that on the YouTube platform? Because that could work if you do an interview format. Because I don't really stream and then edit it. I just stream, do the content, and if I want to do an edited video, I will. But I can have the same amount of, like, professionality from a video and a live to that, so I don't need to, like, chop that up.
Some people can.
Yeah.
I believe that most people overestimate their ability, and they think that their live performance will be as good as an edited video. And that is possible, but you need to be a seasoned expert at it. You have to have, you know, many hours of time on task. I love that term, to get good at it. I was I did some public speaking for 6 years. I served on the local school board. So I ran the school district, and they have 2 public meetings a month and several committee meetings during the month that have the public there. So I was always talking in front of those venues, and I honed the skills there. And then I started on YouTube and I honed my skills there and I watched myself back. That's the key. If you want to get good at being on camera, whatever you create, live stream or video, put it out there and then watch it back because you have the most critical eye of your performance. And you'll see those things that you want to change, those little bit longer than normal pauses or filler words or the ums and the ahs or sounds that seem like words, but they're just, and once you watch yourself back, then you'll think, okay, next time I'm going to try and do that less. And then every time you publish, either live or video, you try and make one thing improved. And over time, all those little improvements will add up. And then you'll quickly get better on camera. But it's very hard. It's very hard to do something live that would be just as good as if you've edited it. And I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of the edited videos. People, I think, aren't doing enough edited videos. They're trying to survive on live streams, and it can be done. And there are experts, and I shouldn't say experts, there are people that are good at it, but you got to put in the work. You got to plan your show. You got to get your overlays on your software, your streaming software, all ready to rock. And you got to turn the camera on, you got to deliver, and you have to engage. And it takes time to really dial that in. I wish people would hit YouTube doing 80% edited videos and 20% live streaming and take off that way. But there's no wrong way on the internet and there's no wrong way on YouTube. And if you want to have a 100% live streaming channel, go for it. If you want to have all edited videos, go for it. I tend to think that live streaming is a way to take your current audience and make your current audience better by the engagement. It's hard to pull in new eyeballs with live streaming. And when you're growing a channel, it's all about getting new eyeballs. Again, everything's possible. Everything's possible. You want to do all live streaming? It's possible. You want to do it's all possible. It's just more difficult to do 100% live streaming. Those are my thoughts.
Yes. Okay.
I thought we would be in conflict. I thought we would be if Sam's like, no, man, I don't agree with you.
But I
hey, it's
agree.
good.
I
Good
agree.
to agree.
But if you have an interview and you post a little clip that was helping someone, do you think that you post that on YouTube Shorts, do you think that could grow your channel if it was good enough? Because there's a lot of people that have been saying that YouTube Shorts has been growing my channel, and I know some people that grow a lot. So if you had a great informational clip, do you think that you could grow even more from it?
Yes, the more good content you can put in shorts, the better it will be for your YouTube channel. They don't always count all the metrics when they're in the shorts shelf, but don't worry about that. You need the eyeballs. I mean, you're on YouTube as a long play, and the more you can get in front of eyeballs, the better. And Shorts is a new feature. It's a new content type, which rarely happens on the platform. So I think of content type as a live stream, content type as an edited video, content type as a graphic in the post or some sort of media object as a post. And now we've got Shorts. And since it's new, there's a whole team developed or a whole team created on YouTube. I mean, staff members at the YouTube corporation monitoring it, pushing it out, tweaking it. Anytime that there's a new feature, you want to ride that wave because it has the attention of the higher ups at Google and many new team members. So get on it, make those shorts. And if absolutely, if you've got a great interview and there's a 2 minute or a 60, 58-second clip of that interview, that's perfect. Put that on shorts, even if it's shorter. YouTube wants shorts to be 15 seconds. Now they'll take it up to 58, 59 seconds. But yeah, yeah. Use that shorts feature. It's there. Use it.
If you post a clip that is over 15 seconds, will that reach be less or it doesn't matter? Because you just said that that could change. So
Oh.
how can you do like a short in 15 seconds, but you could do it in 60? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, and it regardless of how many seconds your short is, as long as it's 59 or under, I would say 58 seconds or under, um, it has the same potential to reach. Just because YouTube desires shorts to be 15 seconds doesn't mean it has to be that. And there's no indication that a 58-second short is going to be any worse or better than a 15-second short. All we know is that YouTube itself said that they prefer to have shorts be 15 seconds. And I think that has to do with ensuring the viewer watches it the whole way through because that is important to YouTube. Why is it important to YouTube? Well, we're never really sure. But whenever YouTube says something is important to YouTube, that's the end of the conversation. It is. So do what they want and they will reward you because they're building the system around what they want. And what do they want? They want people to watch videos. So if they give you any tips, it's it's to serve that need and you do what YouTube says. Like for example, YouTube wants watch time. They want to make sure people get on the platform and they watch a video and they stay on the platform. And they like when they watch a video to watch it the whole way to the end. They've said that. So do that. You need to analyze your videos and anywhere people are jumping off, there's a audience retention report in analytics and you can see where the average number of people have dropped or rewound the video and watched it a second time. You can see those moments second by second on your video. And whatever you can do to make sure that they're watching the majority of people are watching the majority of your video the whole way through. You should do it. Why? Because YouTube said that's important. When YouTube says something's important, you do it. Because they don't tell you all the time. They don't always say what they what they're looking for. But when they do say it, by golly, get all over it because that's the key to growing.
Yes, the key of growing.
Got a lot of people in the chat. Hi everyone. It's good to have a
If
full house. Yeah, so yeah, watch time. Watch time is is a fun term, but there's no way to just use that analytic to serve you because it's too broad. Watch time is a collection of click-through rate and average percent viewed or average view duration. It's the same way of saying the same thing. Two different ways of saying the same thing. Those two things equal watch time. So if you want to grow your channel, it would be an impossible thing for someone to say, Sammy, cool, get more watch time. Well, how? How do you get more watch time? Well, the watch time is too broad. You've got to go narrower, and narrower is click through rate, which is the number of impressions. An impression is every time a video appears on the YouTube interface and someone sees it, that counts as an impression. And the click through rate is the percentage of impressions per clicks. So if it was shown to 100 people and 10 people clicked it, that's a 10% click through rate. That's what click through rate is. That's part of the calculation of watch time, because they can't watch your video unless they click it. So that's part of it. You can do things to increase the CTR, the click-through rate. That means people will start watching your video, but that's not it. Once they're on the video, they have to watch it most of the way through. It's those two things. So when if someone were to say to you, I know what your YouTube channel needs. It needs more watch time. Well, no. What they're really saying is get the CTR up and get the average percent viewed up, or the average view duration. I like average percent viewed because it's a percentage. So if you have a 6-minute video or a 10-minute video, 50% is easy to comprehend in your head. Oh, that's half. Okay. Half of a 6-minute video is 3. Half of a 10-minute video is 5. But the other one is the the view duration. It's just, okay, this average view duration is 3 minutes. Oh, well, okay. If it's 3 minutes on a 6-minute video, that's 50%. If it's 3 minutes on a 10-minute video, that's not 50%. So I like the percentage. I like the average percent viewed. So get that average percent viewed above 50 and get the click-through rate above 8%. And most people speculate, no one knows for sure, most people speculate when those two conditions happen, click-through rate 8% or above, and not or, and average percent viewed 50% or above, when those two things happen, then YouTube starts doing magical stuff to your videos, or reposts of your live stream. They will put it in search results, because that's like the first easiest thing, because YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet. So search results is one thing, one favor, one benefit the YouTube platform can do for you, is to put your video on search results. Another thing is the up next. When you're done playing a video, the video stops and there's 6 thumbnails that fly up where the video was playing, and you can click one of those. Or the side, if you're on the play page on the browser, there's a bunch of videos on the side of the main video. That's a place where they can stick your thumbnail, or the recommended shelf on the front page. There's lots of interface areas where they can surface your video. And once you get those two things, the click-through rate above 8% and the average percent viewed above 50%, then they'll start pushing your stuff out into those different areas of the platform. Then things really get fun. Then you start getting lots more views and hopefully lots more watch time. See, that you can't nail one and be low on the other. That's not good enough. You need them both. You need people clicking, and you need people watching the whole way through, or most of the way through. You need them both. You can't, one without the other is not going to do you much good. So, hey, we got Shalalala Productions in the house.
Yes,
it's Robert Lee. Hi, Robert Lee.
Familiar. Oh, because don't you do a show with him? Very funny joke.
I do. We do verbose Wednesdays. It's Wednesdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on his channel and his Facebook page, the Shalalala Productions.
Shalala.
And it's a lot of fun. It's the first 3 Thursdays of the month. So if the month has a 4th or a 5th Thursday, we don't do the show. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So I have a question. If you do testing, because I know you do a lot of testing on YouTube because you have like multiple channels. How many channels do you have?
How much time you got? I have 4 main channels. I have a vlog channel, Awesome Fun Things, which I don't post to a lot. I have a piano channel where I learn the piano and show my piano skills as I'm learning. That's called Piano Awesome. I have a woodworking channel, which is my largest channel. There's over 7,000 subscribers there, where I make awesome things in my wood shop. And I have a channel on being awesome on YouTube, where I teach you how to make searchable videos people actually watch. So that's all things YouTube. Those are the 4 main channels. And I have a couple other miscellaneous things
And
out
you
there.
have
But
one that is verified.
well, yeah, the Matthew Haas channel, which they gave me when I got my Gmail account. At one time, they're like, "Give us your phone number, and we'll put a gray check mark next to your name." I'm like, "Okay," and that's all it took. So I think that's still hanging. I was told they're going to remove that. They're going to do a mass check mark removal, and you need to be like a public figure in order to um, get that. But I don't know.
Ah,
I
you don't
But
know.
you can go to the Matthew Haas YouTube channel. It's mostly, my car engine malfunctioning, or because I wanted to document what was happening, or just weird, like property maintenance type thing. I don't post there, but if you want to go to Matthew Haas YouTube channel, have at it. It's public. I did do my dance contest I put there, though. In 2015, the community has a dance contest that benefits the school district, so K through 12 students in our town, and it's Dancing with the Stars style. So they take a prominent member of the community and they pair them up with a dancing professional, and you do a routine in front of the whole town. And I did it once. There were 7 contestants, 7 couples, and I was one of the 7 couples, and I won that trophy right there. That is a trophy that I'm pointing to. I won the trophy. So I thought that was fun. But what I'm saying is that's on the Matthew Haas channel. Other than that, there's not much there. And it is verified for whatever it's worth.
And Shalala Production says, "Thanks for the shout out, Matt."
Oh yeah, I'm all over the interwebs.
Yes. So, I know you do a lot of testing on YouTube channels. So, I know sometimes you do interviews on your All Things YouTube. And if there was a topic that was very important that you could cut down to 1 to 15 seconds, that was amazing and people would learn a lot of stuff in seconds, would you post that to YouTube Shorts?
In a hot minute, I would. Yes, I would. Absolutely. Because shorts are a great way to get in front of new people. And who doesn't want that? Why are you on YouTube if you don't want to get in front of a lot of people? So, yes, I would cut that down. I don't do too many interviews. I might start doing more interviews. I do have a podcast. If you go to podcast.allthingsyoutube.com, imagine there's a podcast on this podcast.allthingsyoutube.com. And I might do more interviews there. I like the solo streaming because it gets more difficult when there's a co-host. So, um, life gets in the way, and sometimes they can't make it, and it's tough. It's
Yeah.
tough with a co-host, and I like solo streaming because I'm at the point where I can have a conversation with the lens, and it's entertaining. At least I think so for the viewers, because when you turn on when you hit go live or you hit record, it's just you and a camera lens. Like there's no one else in this room, and you have to talk in sentences to this camera. It's an odd thing to do, but I've done it enough that I'm comfortable doing it, and it's easier to schedule and it's more predictable. I like things to be predictable in my life. So that's what Dr. Elo says. Matt and Sammy, new tag team champs! Triple
Woo!
exclamation mark. Thank you, Dr. Elo.
If you're getting
Dr. Elo's
out,
been publishing a lot lately.
yeah,
He's been
if you're
dropping vids
getting
like crazy.
if you're getting some info, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to me and subscribe to All Things YouTube. His channel is linked down below. So, Matt, if you do this, what I'm saying, when will you do it? Right away?
Well,
Tomorrow?
I I did have an interview with another creator. We were, I pitched the idea, I think in February. I was like, you know what? In in mid-March, I'll be ready to go. And then mid-March came and went. So I don't know when I'll interview. It depends. I'm thinking if someone has an interesting story to tell about their YouTube journey, I think that would make a good interview on all things YouTube. In other words, if someone had a greater than average success, I would like to look at their channel over the last year and figure out what they did and what they didn't do and the things that they've learned along the way. I think it would be entertaining to dissect what worked and what didn't work from their perspective. Or, maybe it's someone who's been on YouTube and they've been grinding, 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 and maybe they're not taking off, but they're really good. Like if there was a compelling hook, I think it might make a good interview. I might try that, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, Again, I really prefer the solo type of content because it's more predictable. But there are a few people in the community. If you want to be interviewed on all things YouTube on one of my properties, either my YouTube channel or my podcast, hit me up. I'm not hard to find. All my contact information is here, and I'll certainly consider it. But yeah, I think it would be entertaining for people to get a look under the
Yes.
hood and see what challenges a specific type of YouTuber had. Because there's all kinds of YouTube channels.
Yeah. Like
People do
tech.
interviews on the woodworking all the time. There is like several channels that just rotate people in and out, and that got fun for a while. I wasn't doing a lot of I was interviewed by a lot of people, and they'll go through, well, what types of tools do you like, and what type of construction methods do you like the most, and so there was like a whole maker side to it. Maker is like a generic term for a woodworker or a metal worker or whatever your leather worker, and that people really started to blow up when they started interviewing um, some of these YouTubers with big YouTube woodworking YouTube channels. That was a lot of fun.
What about a non YouTube user?
I'll interview you, Rich. Come on. You have
Come
to, you
on.
have to you have to do the interview on YouTube though. But we'll talk about non-YouTube.
True.
Yeah, he's blowing up over there on Mixcloud. He spins the tunes. He's a DJ. Rich
Yeah.
vibes.
Rich vibes.
He's a
Also,
cool cat.
he could also start live streaming and get a license to Epidemic Sound,
Yeah, well,
and
I'm
he
sure
can.
sure that's possible. Yeah. So the thing about DJs is
Yeah.
they're technically savvy. Like they know their way around complicated pieces of equipment. And I like that. I think that's an interesting character trait when people can do complex actions with technology. I know it sounds weird, but it's hard. You've got multiple inputs, and you gotta bend them into the main mix. It's a complicated thing. I dig it. I admire people who can do it. I I'm the type of personality where I jump into something. If something catches my attention, I just absorb myself into it. Audio has been really tough for me. I had a lot of audio problems with my content for years. I'm finally getting that under control. And same thing with music. I'm teaching myself an instrument. I did have some one-on-one instruction for a while, and now I'm taking a music theory course on Skillshare, hashtag not sponsored, but they have a college level music theory course I'm taking. I love it. And that's why I started All Things YouTube, because I follow the world technology news for fun, because I like to see what these companies are doing, the struggles the companies are having, the solutions they're putting forward, the failures they have, all over it. Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, love it. And I just dove in. I'm like, well, what makes one video better than the other? And you just tear it apart and tear it apart and learn, and watch videos. And I'm like, okay, all right, there's something to this. It's it's formulaic. Like there are things you can do that move the needle positively, and there's things you can do that will move the needle negatively. And what are those things? That I'm a computer guy. Like, I'm a web developer kind of person, and web developers built YouTube. So how did they do it? What are the parameters there? What's that algorithm? The beloved algorithm everyone talks about. Well, there's programming code underneath the hood. Basically, it's all Python scripts. Google is a huge Python script shop. So they're trying, like, I know how to build mission critical global systems like YouTube. I understand the mechanics of it. I probably couldn't do it, but I understand the mechanics of what it actually takes on the hardware and software side to make it's not one server. When you go to google.com or youtube.com, you're not logging into one server. There is a whole mess of servers all over the globe, and each task inside of YouTube is probably a whole array of computers handling that one task. Like, for example, the automatic closed captions. Well, guess what? Those are separate computers that are crunching that task than actually pushing your stream out to the internet. It's not the same CPU. How does all this stuff link up? Well, I understand that at that level, and my curiosity goes beyond that. Okay, well, then how's the platform work? YouTube gets a video. What do they do to it? How do they choose what to put first in the search result and what to put 10th in the search result? Okay, that's cool. So I tore YouTube apart, and I help people. I help people
Yeah.
with their YouTube channels. I don't know if you know this. I have a new product I'm selling,
What?
which someone can give me access to their analytics as a manager. There's a way that you can grant access to another person by inviting their email address into it. You don't give me your Google password. No, no, no. You keep that to yourself. You can safely invite another person, me, to manage your YouTube channel. And it could be view only access. It doesn't have to be edit access. And I'll go through and I'll look at your analytics from top to bottom. I'll look at your videos. I'll look at what's working. I'll look at what's not working. I'll look at your public YouTube channel page, your banner, your branding, everything. I will tear that sucker apart, and I will catalog 25 different levels of issues about running a business on YouTube. And I will explain what the issue is. I'll explain why it's important. I'll explain what not to do. And I'll explain what I saw on your channel, dun, 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 and what to do to fix it. So I give you a remediation report on exactly your own content. So that's what I'm doing. It's called the Deep Dive Report, and it's regularly $187. I have a sale going on, $100 off. It's $87. You'll get this deep dive report, and it will tell you exactly what you need to do to move the needle forward. So there's no guessing. There's no watching a video. It's not like going to YouTube, pulling up a video on how to be successful, and then trying to figure out, how do I take what I just saw and apply it to my own stuff? You don't get that with me. You get exactly what you need to do. So that's what I'm doing. You can find a link to that on allthingsyoutube.com.
And I want to say thank you to everyone for watching. And any final last words, Matt?
Last words on YouTube is to keep at it, time on task, and watch yourself back and try to improve one thing. Doesn't have to be a major thing. Every time you make a piece of content, try and improve one small thing and never stop doing that. Before you know it, you'll be polished and you'll be making entertaining content and you'll be growing that audience, because audience growth is where the real fun happens. Success, business success, audience growth. Everything you're trying, whatever your goal is on YouTube, audience growth is the method to get to your goal. Whether you're selling something, whether you're entertaining people, whether you're inspiring people, or whether you're educating people, doesn't matter. Audience growth. If you've got the audience growth, you have more impact in any of those areas. So just improve. Try to improve one little thing. Doesn't have to be major. That's my final thoughts. Prove, watch yourself back, make an improvement next time you make a piece of content.
Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Thanks, Sammy.